Hello, my stars. Ugh, don't you just hate when this happens to your nails? It happens to me all the time where they split right at the seam and I have to cut all of my nails down after I've been taking so long to grow them all. It honestly drives me crazy, and for any of you guys who suffer from the same problem that I do, I have a solution that has a way to allow this part of your nail to grow out and you get to keep all the length that you've been working hard to get. Here's what you're going to need. A tea bag, doesn't matter what kind of tea, some nail glue, a nail file and a toothpick, some nail polish remover, a cloth for the nail polish remover, nail clippers, some cuticle oil, and extra strength top coat. Now that we have our stuff, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove any kind of nail polish or top coat or strengthener you have on your nail. Then you're going to take your tea bag and you're going to separate the tea from the baggy material. The baggy material is what we want, and it's what we're going to glue over the surface of the nail to be able to keep the pieces together and act like tape almost. If you have a little bit of tea, just kind of shake it around and then fold it up for later. You can use it in like a brewer. You don't want to waste good tea. What I find is easiest to do with the tea bag is to cut it in half so you have a nice flat surface. After this, you're going to want to look at the size of the rip in your nail and you want to see how much you're going to need to cut off. Mine was about 1 centimeter, so I only need about 1 centimeter wide by about 3 centimeters long. It's important to measure your nail before because you don't want to cut off too much and you also don't want to cut off too little because it wastes the material. This size is just enough for the rip that I have. Now we're going to take our nail glue and we're going to run it along the split in the nail. This will help the two pieces to conjoin underneath because you can't put tea bag on the underside of your nail. Take the tea bag and attach it with a toothpick and let it get completely saturated by the nail glue you've just applied. It may slide around a little bit, so just have patience when you're maneuvering it and get it to lay nice and flat along the surface of your nail. Once you've done this, you're going to take some more nail glue and you're once again going to saturate the tea bag. Don't worry if there's a little bit too much, you can always just scrape it off with a toothpick. And with that toothpick, you need to smooth the tea bag as best you can against the surface of your nail. You want to make sure it's seamless so that way when you put the polish on it's not bumpy. So what you're going to do is you're going to wait about 30 minutes for the nail glue to dry. Now this is crucial because you do not want this to be wet. You want it to act like actual nail, almost like a concrete to keep your two pieces together. And you can see I'm pushing on my nail and it is not moving. It is going nowhere. The two pieces are now firmly attached. Now if you want to clean up the edges of your nails or make them shorter or a different shape or whatever, now's the time to do so. If you noticed in the other clip, a little bit of the tea bag was hanging off the edge of my nail, but because of the glue, it hardened to make it like a nail material and you can actually just file it and it comes right off. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your file and you're going to go along the top of the nail as you see that I'm doing here, and you want to lightly buff it, and I say lightly because you do not want to make this layer too thin because then your nail is more likely to crack. Lightly buffer along the top so it's smooth, so when we apply the polish you won't see any ridges underneath. Finish it off with a top coat and a nail color and you're done. That's it, guys. That is how to fix a split nail with just a few things at home. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please leave a like down below and leave me a comment saying what I should do next. But until then, bye my stars.